Hi, I'm Josephine Simple. My pronouns are they, them. And this is my show, Assigned Funny at Birth. Today's content warnings are suicide, necrophilia, possible nudity, we haven't decided yet, and satire. Thank you. Let's watch the show.
Doc, you look at me and you see a man, right? On the inside. I'm not this man living this life. On the inside, Doc, I'm dead. Ever since I was a toddler, I knew I was a dead person. When my parents took me shopping for clothes, I didn't want to go to the boys section. I went straight for the urns. When the other boys were out playing with sports, I just spent that time closing my eyes. No, I am satisfied with my marriage, Doc. I got into a loveless marriage because it makes me feel dead inside. I am proud of who I am. Everybody I look up to is a dead person. Beethoven, Marie Curie, Anaximenes of my leaders, all dead. No, I don't look up to them because of what they did when they were alive. Doc, I am here because I would like to get surgery. My wife knows she wants me to get surgery too. She says it'll do wonders for our sex life. Yes, that's right, necrophile, that's correct. So, what do you think, Doc? Mr. Patient, look at us. We share the same body, the same voice. I think your condition is very clear. You're not a dead person on the inside. You're a doctor on the inside. I'm a doctor on the inside. Ever since I was a toddler, I knew I was a doctor. When my parents took me shopping for toys, I didn't care about the Hot Wheels or the fire trucks. All I cared about was the toys with the small pieces that could get stuck in your throat. When I was a teenager and a woman got naked for me for the first time, I didn't feel anything because that would have been unprofessional. When she let me feel her breasts, I didn't care because there were no lumps. It all makes sense now. I'm not a dead person on the inside. I'm a doctor. I was just afraid of who I was. Mr. Patient? Let's do this. Not because it'll make me a dead person, because it'll make me a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dead person. I'm just trying to kill myself. I am a murderer. Ever since I was a toddler, I knew I was a murderer. When my parents took me clothes shopping, I went straight for the urns. When they took me shopping for toys, I only cared about the ones with the small pieces that could get stuck in your throat. Beethoven? Marie Curie? I don't look up to dead people. I look forward to dead people. That's why I only care about breasts with lumps. I am a murderer. And murderers deserve to die. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dead person. Now I see the truth. I am in pain. Ever since I was a toddler, I was in pain. When I was a dead person, I was in pain. When I was a doctor, I was in pain. When I was a murderer, I was in pain. And now, when I am in pain, I am in pain. The scalpel showing me who I really am. And when it is through with me, I will never get to be my true self again.
2 years ago, shortly after I realized I wasn't a man, I got stuck because I didn't know what I was instead. Every trans person I had heard about had a story about how they knew what gender they were on the inside, regardless of how other people saw them on the outside. But me, well, I didn't feel like a man on the inside, but I didn't feel like anything on the inside. But if I was going to come out, I couldn't come out as nothing. Mom, I have something to tell you. I'm not a man.
I am the void.
So I got obsessed with pinpointing moments where I felt like a gender. A fleeting second when I passed through the door and was like, ooh, I feel like a lady. Or when I was wiping my butt and for an instant I felt like some androgynous third gender. I clung to these moments like life rafts. But they only happened whenever I was looking for them. They didn't even make me feel better. Here's what did. Trying stuff. Buying boyfriend jeans. Shaving my legs. Taking selfies from above. Hanging out with other trans people. The more things I tried, the less I became focused about what I was, and the more I started caring about what I wanted to do. My transition stopped being about figuring out my identity. It became about reclaiming my agency. My agency became my identity. Mom, I have something to tell you. I'm not a man. I'm in charge of my life. Even now, I identify as non-binary, but that's not so much about what I am on the inside. What am I really on the inside, in my core? I think I can best explain that with a story. I'm Randy. I'm just a regular guy. And today I'm getting married to the kindest, most generous human I ever met, Rhonda. We're at the altar. The rabbi is talking about how this commitment is forever, when suddenly it hits me. I can't do this, I say. The wedding guests gasp. Wait, what the fuck? Is this a joke? Says Rhonda. No, this isn't my story, I say. I don't understand. This story is literally about you marrying me. Of course it's your story. It's our story. I understand that that's what it looks like, but it's not, because I am not Randy. I'm not even a character. Rhonda, I am the storyteller. Look at me, says Rhonda under her breath. Can we just please not do an existential crisis right now? You don't believe me, Rhonda? Everything I say is in the first person, I say. I'm talking in the first person too, says Rhonda. No, after I say something, it says I say in the first person, I say. After you say something, it says Rhonda. No, it doesn't, says Rhonda. What do you even mean, it says? This is crazy. You wouldn't know because you're not a storyteller. You're a character. How do you know this isn't just a story about a delusional guy who thinks he's the storyteller of this story? Because I get to decide what this story is about, because I am not Randy. See? I'm outside of the quotation marks now. And if I want, Randy just pops out of existence, and the wedding guests gasp. And suddenly Rhonda feels all alone. So in a panic, she marries the sky, which turned out to be a good idea because the sky was always there for her, and she could always be there for the sky. And all of this is so much more interesting than if I hadn't realized that I am the storyteller.
That's who I am. I'm not in pain. I'm in charge.
Can we cut? I don't want to do this character anymore.